say, Papa, if you can't stand this, we'll move this. I said the crowd for Canada be very impressive. I don't see some other little food on the crowd besides that motorway they put all that in there.
Okay, thank you. As you join, you share. We're right here at the White House, and I think we're just about starting the protest. Very few committed Ambazonians, but they still believe that okay, somehow, somewhere we're going to get out of this. So that's why they're here. They brave the rains, the cold, and of course we have people who have come all the way. John Baku has come all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is close to 5 hours or thereabout drive to Maryland, and we have Baltimore. And so, you know, a few of us, and of course one of our mothers here and our sister. And so so please, when you join, you share very extensively. Let's have everybody on board. And of course my good friend Armstrong is right here, and Cho too is here. So just right here. Right, so. Yeah. Okay, so Mami and Papa, then anybody join, you share, okay? So today now protest was organized for front White House. One time John Baku will bring this big initiative, and one talk say we different now. How many? We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We just with 10. We know some maybe some other people they can. So people the way rain down technically, but we didn't say rain we don't cut scenes. So for here we get the idea like Fidel Castro we be talking on its all crowd for the break country. Say the opportunity for do any liberation movement if we get lesser than the number of soldiers they get, maybe even 10, 12 or something. And so besides Jesus Christ, we need just 2 people or 3. Maybe one man will be Jesus, then 12 they will be disciples, so that we will know how to do this thing. All right, but that's fine anyway. So any man will join, just share extensively, and then I'll tell you some small story. You get some say one talk. If you can talk now. Continue. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. So please, as you join, you share extensively. We're going to take it down there. We're there with our leader, their picture, you know. Thank John Baku away the tribe for interact to see.
Federal Republic of Cameroon. And then, unfortunately, somewhere around 1972, the Republic of Cameroon used their numerical strength, used their military and everything, and decided to upturn the whole thing, killed the Federal Union, killed everything, and decided to annex us as their new slaves. So today we are saying enough slavery, enough with black colonization, enough with we and neo-colonization. So, and because we say we are tired of an incestuous union, what do? They turn all their weapons on us. As we're talking to you, about 3 or 4 people have already been killed on our territory. As we are talking, they are burning villages down, burning human beings alive, killing babies as old as 4 days only. I mean, bullets upon bullets in their skulls, molesting very old women and everything. In fact, what did they do? They have transformed our lives into game. They shoot us for their sport. That's what it is.
Oh, well, thank you.
So today we are saying enough is enough. And we're calling on the world to pay attention to this gross injustice.
Oh, and it's so much. Yes, we will support it. That's what it is. Yes, thank
All right, so as we talk, please, anybody join, share the live stream. We dey here, like I talk now, we 10, but these 10 people now get Ambazonia as a hope. Okay. I don't always talk and I will see talk. Anybody they listen, I don't always talk. I will see talk and say, we there for Washington DC area. Now man, we come out right for Baltimore. We come out like now 1 hour something for drive camp for here because you know I don't go right for Baltimore. 1 hour 30 minutes. Yes. So it come out 1 hour 30 minutes for camp all the way. You know, for camp for here. Then I jump back. I cool this. We drive from Pittsburgh for Pennsylvania, in a different state. You come up Pennsylvania, you pass West Virginia, then you can enter Maryland. So for drive for the camp for how many hours? We talk something for about 5 hours or thereabout. If we are afraid, you come in and mommy this. We the under cold. Our small sister this, they under cold. Our brother they this. All the people they support they fair, they already run late for work. They don't come since 9 a.m. we rain before. Can't hide forever, go back. So now pine on work close is sure. You see how?
This man come to Boston now, so.
Okay, now pine come to Boston. Fly for camp for the protest. We come to Boston from Massachusetts. So I bet this thing not be joke. Now I don't talk say. I want to listen. I will use this protest for still continue for make points and people to understand. I don't know. Anybody join you share. Anybody join share, bro. Thank you. Welcome, man. Welcome. Thank you so much. So just 1 minute. Ma just see if the screen this thing okay. Perfect. We don't get almost 700 people to watch. Excellent. So when I share until I reach 1,000 before I will continue to talk. Canada, they when I see people they protest for Canada. Mommy and Papa them. Please, anybody join me when I share the live stream. Johnny, I just talk one thing for the audience. Them. See, this time, not be time where we romance with people. All we with the America, all man they busy. They serious. So we ask people them, me they lock down for ground zero, then we comfortable for our house. It not look normal. Say they with 10, we 12 for here. Number one person don't join. So these are the things I'm saying that Ambazonia now will be liberated now on WhatsApp groups. Was na pen come out Boston, Massachusetts for camp for here. Na Baltimore that. Me I stay how many minutes? I stay 27 minutes. For me, I've even work and for Camer. I know not be any issue. Boy, they as close as White House. So when you sit down for common protest, they know how you say give money, you not come. But they for WhatsApp group, you make audio pass all man. The people for Canada they and that they under call. Sino, if you watch video for Canada, you will see now Sino. So I bet now I don't talk say any man where he no say he get guts again when I continue with the make down and nonsense for WhatsApp group. We don't take enough from Una. What picking the day for bush they die every day. Mommy they die. All our sister the army they rape them. The one they do all they do not prostitution. Boy they for Nigeria they never chop. Una they only for America here, Washington DC area. How many people there? We there for more than we 100,000 people. Ambazonians. Yes. As a matter of fact, if you look the neighboring states, we know the point they far away. New York, we understand that one. Every man for New York no come. Every man for Baltimore say no come. You already stay for Lanham for Maryland. You stay for Hydesville. You already stay for Washington DC here. You already stay just for Alexandria for Virginia. You need to come protest say you want to wait. And tomorrow you go for WhatsApp group. We don't have 66 or 10. We know they make noise pass all man. Listen on one. Now they go fight war for them. Huh? So don't come today for talk me what we not say what you go do and you will get your own impact for your own extent. But imagine say every day or every week or every 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month we make gateway as they were the lockdown for ground zero. We too come out camp for White House. We come out go French embassy. We come out go embassy for Pakistan. Come out go for Nigerian embassy. Come out go for Ghana embassy. Tell we if the game no change. John Baku don't come for here. He don't come meet up. So why do I explain our situation? Will you talk first? So I know look so crazy. Look why do man they strike and how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are not like they create their own impression. Now all mommy than this, they come for strike for problem for their own country. But who do now waiting? We don't have a WhatsApp group with the talk past all man. 1 minute might take come maybe somebody ask direction. Hello? Hello? Yes, bro. How? Fine. Yes, we're there for White House. Just put your GPS White House, your camp, will you finish or 2, 3 years. Yes, thank you, yes, we'll wait you. So, you see, at least, so mommy and papa them, when I want to go for down day, but I'm sure they fine. Yeah. Okay, please, anybody watch, how many people they watch now?
9:32.
Perfect. just now. So animals when they join on a share extensively. Everybody they watch on a share. I want to tell you something because I be right today for Twitter say for camp for year for White House today. Now party that they come, see for they come. You know, person call for phone I can say who's on a day. Every man when you watch this show now, every run second late, just satisfy your conscience. Because today now a vote. When I talk to people they should house. Okay. If they should house because of gun, because no election, wait to be your own reverse now say go for camp for White House, for can show your solidarity. So it don't look normal. It don't look normal. Say we there for this stage for revolution way for 3 years. Paul be the kill people every day they kill our people. We are there for year. We ask for own picking our brother. They make a lockdown for 1 week. Then when we come say come for protest, no money come. But now they for inside WhatsApp group on the corporate they do an la republic because they condemn us on native money. All we the leader they talk for all Akwanga, Bohebet, Sako, who again? All the leaders they do want to say they be act. They know they're in Maryland. They know they're Washington DC. Who's there for here? Oh, now because they did thing. John Baku organized the thing. I know that 2 days ago. We start take a Twitter. Person they will just learn that 2 days ago. Don't pay flight from Boston come here. Now part they need to come here. Mommy we know now who's mommy come. Who's you know? Wait, come. You never John Baku. No. Now mommy this should not be group issue. Now Ambazonia. Mommy can't find out because Ambazonia. It is show a face on another danger though, mommy. Then put a day when I take money. When they contribute $1 I take a chop. They contribute when I take a chop. They do want to take a chop. Time for protest when I know can't protest. When every time I want to say, oh, every time in the Republic. God not punish devil. See, this is so crazy. It's not normal. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. But one talks now, the people the way they feel frustrate this revolution. We're there for their back. We will see the end. Now I want to tell they say the first enemy don't get even for Pobia. Now this was people don't get from Maryland. This for diaspora. Where they don't take revolution turn their money. They don't come. They don't come because they don't that beds them. They don't even come because rain don't fall. They don't come. If you tell them say now for home for Landham, they go install the president. They for find all way for go there. If now for love, if now home for Landham, they go make sure say they raise money. They for find all way for go there. If now somebody chop the mimbo, who will give who chop for here? For here you can't pay in your parking. You pay in your parking come. See by me them, see people.
Why you talk about you? I don't know you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, that the reality is what the face out. I be done and said today will be a test. So now the reality is, I need campaign because I like what to do. Mr. Armstrong not campaign because I like what to do. We campaign because we get the commitment. Now, Mr. H2 right from Baltimore, it is there. It is there 1 hour. Mr. will spend 3 hours or 4 hours if traffic day. Mr. will spend almost a quarter of a day only for camp for here. They don't come. He don't come pay parking.
I'm from Bali. Yes, and that is my. Why not? It's my own land. What do you think?
No, it's energy.
You're killing my own people. Ambazonia killing Anglophone. SDF member. I'm from the SDF. You're killing my people.
Calling attention, unnecessary attention.
I'm from the Northwest. I'm the brother of the Northwest. I'm an SDF.
Eric, the more you talk to that idiot, talk. Leave him alone.
I'm not Amber.
Why are you here? Okay, call your own police.
Are you the police? Are you police? Are you police?
So, you see, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, this is the battle continues. We will continue fighting. And my tell on one thing, mommy and papa them. No, it's okay. No, don't deny flag.
Don't worry about it. Everybody has the right to go around.
No, yeah, he has the right.
But
We have our
flag. Create your own garden.
So,
You don't carry weapon well,
This is for Ambazonia.
This is not Ambazonian land.
so please, as soon as you join, as you share, any person join, no, don't worry, forget about it. So, bring this camera, forget about that La Republic man. See, let me tell you something. We are going to have this independence. Come bring that camera. We are going to have this independence.
That blood money,
you come, we will still give you a visa to come.
That blood money, we don't give you.
Pourquoi?
Tu es de la base.
Ok. Fine.
Un salaud qui est de la base. Qui t'a dit qu'il est de la base?
Non, forget about it.
Parce qu'il est venu pour vous supporter. Ce n'est pas.
That's why you came here, right? Criminal like you. They sent you come here to come and say that. So that's fine. So mommy and papa them, now they can't tell you the face. You see they will send person distraction for camp of protest or can make sure say it cause confusion. They will make sure say they cause confusion every time. As I be talk.
They don't say you will make some can't keep people. Comment pour Wakona? Sors d'ici. On a la permis. Montre-moi ton permis. Montre-moi ton permis.
Là, que personne ne peut plus passer ici.
Non, tu peux passer, mais tu ne peux pas venir dans notre milieu. Ici, là, c'est notre milieu.
Qui vous a dit ça? Personne n'a dit ça.
Personne n'a dit ça.
Perfect. Okay. So, no, leave him. You fear the language. Why you fear the language? Who are your people? Come.
Yes, I agree.
Who are your people?
Kill the Colombia soldiers.
Who are your people?
Kill the soldiers.
Who are your people?
Kill the soldiers.
Have you seen
Who are your people?
Who kill your people? Have you seen
Who are your people?
How many
Who are your people?
Fundi, they are man. It's you, the Republic people.
Who kidnapped Fundi?
It's Republic people.
Who kidnapped Fundi?
My friend. Comment un voyou comme vous là, mais avec un gros ventre, c'est la sorcellerie qui est dans ton ventre là.
And then we're still supporting. They don't give.
Yeah, no, they say someone will attack them. No,
don't
yes.
Because you go support. We will be very civil. We are civil.
Just because now saying in America,
You think that you know AJ more than me?
I grew up on a fruit, my neighbor.
you know what?
I stay for fruit, has a trinity. I say,
You know, who get some rotten tomato or something? I want to show them something.
Yes.
no, leave on.
Yes,
You should do a rotten tomato.
Leave on, Eric.
You can hear him talking like Baligama.
Why are you ashamed to stay?
So
He's distracting us from
listen. I beg anybody join when I share this show. Listen, I beg John, get 2,000 people. So
forget about him.
yeah, bro.
See, I beg.
Yes.
We have 2,000.
Okay, perfect. Yes.
Almost 2,000.
We need to delete
This is Ambazonia.
So you see, mommy and papa, I beg anybody join me a share this show. Listen, bro, Johnny, when I give me 1 minute, I want to talk something. Listen, leave, don't worry about him. It's okay. He get reason why we come here.
He came.
Listen, forget. That's okay. 1 minute. Well, come on. See, as I be talk right, when I see it be very normal. Now the mentality the way Paul behind they get them. That man first of all not be any SDF man. Yeah, he just come intentionally because he get the purpose we come from. Make sure say, oh, me make some slang. And if you not even be careful, that's so our own brother they from Maryland they pay me can do the job for her. Yes. I know why. Well, you say you know each other identify me with Bass. He said if I don't know you, that's what they sent me to come and do, and he came and he succeeded. But unfortunately, we have exposed you. So people they get for be very critical because we get people there from inside America where the intention of make sure they disrupt revolution. We are with the protest where Johnny, bring the this thing.
How many people for Biadiki? Oh, you don't kill me, how many? Yes. Remember last time? Yeah, but say the key. Now I say the key.
Give me small minute.
More organized yourself.
We just say protest. But I want just talk about 5 minutes for because I want to address people that they watch. Let me put the big witness to it happen. I've been talking before I come. I've been talking but Ramsey will Cameroun and I did help for film. We want to thank you so much. Not be a job. Okay, look, we were there for a broadcam, I beg. What's our sister there?
Armstrong.
Yeah, but Armstrong, yes. So look, we were there for I beg. All man talks away come out. Me as one, I didn't hide Maryland at 27 minutes for here. But Armstrong to then almost the same distance with me, about 30 minutes. Rams so they do 30
no,
minutes.
again, come on, Ambazonia.
Come on, Baltimore, please. Baltimore.
30 minute drive.
Baltimore, excellent. Next person is far.
Me, I come out for Bowie.
Okay, about 30 minutes.
30 minutes from here.
Yes.
I just said I will go for walk, but I get to come protest before I go for walk.
Thank you.
To see yesterday 10 p.m. I take bus.
Me, I come on funeral. I come all the way over my brother drive, go all the way for Sudan, then come out to Kamer.
Me for Heisby. Me from Lanham.
Bring Cheney.
Of course, me I come all the way from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
But I even respect this Oga plenty because you see you don't travel for well over 18 hours.
Boston.
You can't be part of this.
Yeah.
You can't be part of this demonstration. So now the man this way deserve will stand
Hello?
up.
Get put inside town and no man over shoot. This is
Hello?
This is very, very,
Okay,
very.
thank you. 1 minute. When I hear say about I talk, he not be there for your time. He talk. He not be there for your time. Mommy, one minute. You know you can talk that comment say. Who is there for the town? We're there for Maryland alone. Maryland alone. If we small for Maryland, if you like go for statistics for putting the pay tax. Put it come up for northwest and south of Cameroon and say Ambazonia. Go for tax people there. We're there for Maryland. If we small Maryland in one, 50,000. That's the truth. 50,000 for Maryland. We Ambazonians. Then put Washington DC, Virginia, where you can say DMV area. Go Delaware. Delaware then 1 hour 30 minutes. In fact, Delaware is the same with Baltimore. Travel to one at the same place, Delaware. Because your way pay target, your cost of Delaware, you enter New York and the rest and all of those. But we still respect people the way they not come, when they join with online and they watch from different areas. But one talk say, we get leaders, but I won't be specific about these people, and I will talk them today and I'll talk them today till tomorrow. We don't see the incident happen very well. Suppose they can purpose the way for this copy rally. And that is the truth. And if you don't take time, now person now so Maryland people don't pay for do this job. I want to make one point. Me as Eric Tato, me, I don't talk for any other person where any person if he say he go ever attempt for a life or destroy my enthusiasm for the revolution, he get for good thing before he come back. He no ever work. And the ask question say, oh na different. Now that brother didn't come. Sako is coming. No, listen.
Ambazonia, oye.
Oye.
Ambazonia, oye. I want me to understand this one as we start this protest.
Yes.
I want to tell the people of Ambazonia that at least every single person for Ambazonia matter. All will be heroes. I mean, all the Ambazonians, but the real heroes for this struggle now, people do they on the ground and they don't lock themselves inside
It's a house.
This particular protest, not a protest of recrimination. This particular protest, not a protest of blame any person. We
John,
don't care.
I disagree with you.
We don't care the number of
No,
just hold on.
go ahead,
We don't
go
care
ahead.
the number of people we will do for here. The most important thing is we just say make every person get the opportunity for stand and for be counted. So as a matter of fact, we were already there for a plus. So one day with some few other people they still come. I want really talk say and be so proud very proud of the fact that we're inside this pool. We don't first break the rain. Rain don't beat we, and that they come. Rain don't beat we all, but we're here. Now for sure the people them on the ground say we are all in this together, and say we will continue for battle like this, because this come out won't come out on the streets, no end today. We will make sure we will multiply this coming out until the time we'll get ready to want. And I want to take this opportunity to send special salute for brothers for Toronto, Canada, where they be big on this proposal. They take and they run away with that proposal. I mean, when you see the streets of Toronto full with people, they will see that bus with the worker. I mean, they show the atrocities of his support. They are be very proud of this whole thing. So I wait till I think that Semu will stand for here, will celebrate with people of Ambazonia, will celebrate people that will heroes for ground zero, where they take that sacrifice for we sake, and they will call on the ones them, especially for Boya and Limbe, where they still drag their feet and make them understand, say, yes, and Victoria made them understand, say, this train of restoration of independence will only stop on the day we all will go shout, free, free, free at last, we are free. Because that freedom will come, not be true.
Not true.
That freedom will come, not be true.
Not true.
Of course. So whether they like or not, the people that do it where they never join, yes, some people that do it where they say they never get the information. Some people that do it where they get a short notice. It no matter. We will therefore will talk, I will go demonstrate for Ambazonia.
Amen, amen, amen.
Okay, fair. Grand Johnny, thank you so much. But I just see, you know, say, 1 minute. You know, say about revolution, people they get their own way, they take an approach thing. I'll be very grateful with you, but John don't talk, but I disagree with what John not say that bad disagreement. Now say, no, listen, no, you got to, I take my approach. I tell you one thing. I talk and say, all will there for here, right? All will there for 1 minute. We'll get leaders for your way. This revolution, not be personal money property. If any man want to talk the way they think, they won't make romance because they want someone like you. Why they for revolution, you need to care about how many people like you. Think about the focus and the property. Repeat I say, Dr. Sako Deye, Akwanga Deye, Bo Hebe Deye. No, the other people for act. 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please.
Correct. I want just take the opportunity to talk very well. Say Sako Dena for federalism. I beg you not for total independence. When I'm moving for duty, what we do. You know there for total independence. Boy, have no day.
Leave him, comrades.
When I leave him, we don't have total independence for you. I beg.
Comrades, this
protest.
Comrades,
I didn't lie. I didn't talk that the team.
That's fine.
I understand. This protest today now against Paul Biya.
So when I leave there,
Perfect. John, no, we need tonight. See, hold on. That's okay. Listen, no. 1 minute. No, John.
Who don't want total independence? Go ahead. So Eric, correct what you talk about.
It be completely bad and poor. Hey brother, see, we can lead us to this Maryland. No, listen.
I don't have a leader. Let me say, man, make a play for the year. Let him finish what he's saying. I don't have a leader. My leader is in jail. And that's
Ransom, leave me talk now.
So please, thank you. No, it's our leader, all of us. I was saying that we'll still get people get like figure, even though they disagree with them, right?
No, they don't know.
To me, Sako is the leader of North America. Finish. Damni is the leader of Europe. Finish. That's in my mind. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
Yes. You guys forget one thing. You guys forget one thing. He's the leader that's holding
I'm telling you, that's the only way we're going to resolve it.
He's the leader that's holding the rules back. Everybody
doesn't say Sako is leader for trying to be a lie.
It's not for independence.
Another way there for talk say he's not the leader. Me brother,
me for federalism.
Me come to editor with your one talk.
That's over. That page cover. That treaty over. When I leave that thing.
I said, man, calm down.
Okay.
When I record them, because I don't just go hold last. Why even going to lie?
I said, man, I beg.
He go lie. Good lie.
Okay, perfect. No, 1 minute. Can we come?
I said.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Cho. 1 minute. Yes. 1 minute, please. I beg. Now give me 1 minute. 5 minutes. Thank you so much, man. I want to talk, sir. I see some people organize a few come and say confusion, the farmer. I say no, they fight. People they express the same thing for different way. Get the point? People they express the same thing for different ways. Some people they try to be moderate. We talk now say, we not care whether what kind of argument they have. We get one point where the drive and true say we'll be disappointed in the fact say we get people there from Maryland. I talk for all my people from Maryland, especially the people that they parade themselves as leaders. Say, as a matter of fact, it be completely poor for say, mommy them, she party for they don't dress. No, look very well. Boss, show me this thing.
Now my uniform this.
You forgot work.
And they come over here go work.
So if you imagine, wait till you go on. It not be normal say we'll come again can't play romance. It be completely wrong. And these are the things I'm saying. That we will not tolerate anybody, whether for WhatsApp group or whether for Facebook, you feel say you will come to infiltrate Ambazonia and they will start make audios for different people the way they don't know their left from their right. I will continue to talk after this. Move continue. I think Johnny gets something to talk. Yes, so that's it.
I reiterate and I come against this protest here today against Mr. Phobia and the regime and their evil, murderous soldiers for Southern enablers and all the enablers where they facilitate the decimation of the people. This struggle here today will be against any of the leaders that are inside the struggle right now. This struggle here today will come out for stand in solidarity with people there on the ground where they inside, they don't lock themselves inside the house right now for protest against elections the way they no one participate in, where they want force and down their throat. And then we want make the world know. Say every 1 or 2 minutes, Ambazonians they be killed. Say Ambazonian lives them. As far as Mr. Phobia be concerned, they don't make any sense. So what I'm trying to say here is that as far as Mr. Phobia and his soldiers are concerned, Ambazonian lives don't matter. They consider that we are game. They consider that we are animals, so they kill us for sport. If you see what happened at my 4 when they brought down that young man, they realized later that it was a mistake. They wanted to shoot by the taxi. That did not stop. But there is no remorse because he's a Southern Cameroonian. So his life doesn't matter. They take even soldiers who don't know how to shoot yet. They take them to go and practice shooting on the lives of Southern Cameroonians. That is what has brought us here today.
Thank you.
That is what has brought us before the White House today.
Agree.
To call the world to know that there is a genocide in slow motion going on in real time in Southern Cameroon. And it is time for the world to make sense of the Never Again campaign. Otherwise, that thing is hollow. That is why we are here today.
Thank you so much. Listen, let me, bro. Mamuna, give me some time. When I want to talk right, I'll be unapologetic on the things I say about what I say. I want to say that John get one motive for this protest. I get 2 motives. I'll put them very clearly. Number 1, now for fight against Phobia, for make the world know it to go on. Number 2, now for show Ambazonian people, say people they for down, they sacrifice, all that they there where the only thing are money chop, they need come protest. That is a fact. Not be whether we come for talk about it or not. So that is the second reason why we are here. Because whether you talk or not, we'll not be organize a protest and then we'll get 10, 12 people they come and they win more than 50,000. It is wrong. It is wrong. Whether you feel there for any side where you talk, say, oh, not the relevance of the protest. Now the relevance. We're going to talk about the facts, so get leaders away. They claim to be leaders. If you don't lead by example, now who will lead? If you don't lead by example, who will lead? So it's a shame. It's a shame that all these people will sacrifice and come here, and then people who call themselves leaders, others sit here and they only stay on WhatsApp group and they are making noise. So that is it. I'll be unapologetic about this particular approach. Number 1, for sure the West say we they here because we had the Kiwi. And number 2, because one proof to now say people they call them leaders way, they need to represent we. Because if you represent people, you don't have to say the lockdown. You never there for yeah. That's what is important. So me someone not talk say, oh no, you never can call Paul and name, never do that. No, that's not going to happen. I don't know that. Oh, yes. So, come on.
Yeah, I have my buzzer.
I'm just straight left in the dance. Ambazonia rising to for no more. Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to for no more. Rising, Hold on, I said, yes. No problem. Anyhow, hold on. Ambazonia. Tell them the camera. No, go come here. Come here.
Things going on in Cameroon.
Yeah, I'm in Cameroon.
You're with them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why don't you have this picture here, so and then take it from that side, so that you have the White House in the background?
Yeah, we did that.
I can get out of your way here. That way, they can recognize where you're protesting from.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Rising, Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Ambazonia rising to fall no more.
Rising.
Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Ambazonia rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Ambazonia rising.
Get the food on top so that the White House goes.
Ambazonia rising to fall.
No, you take as a final.
I said, that's called the enter money. I almost give up if you know.
Let's bring up the
device down here, so.
See,
We are at the comfort of our bed.
no, but that's what they're name very confused.
These guys are solidarity.
You don't have what exercise.
Ambazonia, Ambazonia,
Oh yeah.
Ambazonia, action. Ambazonia, action. Ambazonia, action. Ambazonia, action now. Ambazonia, action. Ambazonia,
Action.
Ambazonia,
Action.
now. A lot of people Southern Cameroon. That way, we're going to identify the location so that our country. Because we are not on the map, and soon to be on the map, and soon we have to identify ourselves. Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, oh yeah? Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, oh yeah? Oh yeah. Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, oh yeah? Oh yeah. So now, okay, I just wanted to get that flow going. So now we're going to go back to the action. Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia.
Action.
Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Action. Now. Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Action.
So, yeah, no minutes, make it some language on that. You have to add on that.
I say lots of questions.
We are here today in front of the White House. This is the epic of democracy. This is the center of democracy.
Yeah.
Where the founding fathers, they stood their ground. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to sensitize the public on the ongoing genocide that has been meted on our people by the government of Cameroon. We are here to call on the United States government.
Your phone the ring.
Taking the first fighting mission into Southern Cameroon.
All right. So yes, Johnny. So, mommy and papa them, as soon as I know, not be new say who come for here for talk about the thing that happen for Ground Zero where they kill our people. I go still talk one very clearly. And why that way some people, anybody want the vex from me or continue for the vex. I get one message where they always pass on. The first thing I say, it will be stronger in solidarity for condemn bad people and for talk the truth for the revolution will go ahead. Not be any news against us, don't shout ourselves, talk about our issue, no doubt. But any man with Ambazonia, look at this population. We'll be very honest. Look at this population. I will still talk on this fact. Look at this population. Look at the mobilization we've done. Put it in a WhatsApp group. One WhatsApp group, how many people? Maybe 100. Isn't that 100? At least 10 is stable, maybe that. But WhatsApp group or diaspora. You put about GME. If you ever post about National Telegraph, how many people they stay there? Mark Barata post them. Everybody saw this thing. My concern, I say, we don't even never come back and talk say, the romance we put they watch online say, we won't talk about it for Ground Zero. Because it shows say nothing happened for Ground Zero. It will not be there yet. That's the truth. So why we can't make so the best leader until the point they say, oh, no confusion. There is no confusion. We are straight on the fact, and I will repeat it, that Sako, Kometa, Evis, Bo Herbert, Akwanga, and not going to Sako come in A1. So although it's sorry there's an officer on time at the field, I don't need to have like me, I don't have a watching show, but I turn at the fact say these are the people who call themselves leaders who have destroyed this revolution. I'm not campaigning, okay, Crise and people are able to say lockdown from this day to this day. Then Sako there for here, they say only 1-2 hours for protest in no camp. They can't tell me say Atanga did love me. Atanga did not love me, say not be that Sako they do what Atanga did work for the do. Why not love me? I'm not the people romance with no man. The major thing we're going to even pass the message for and say it's a shame. People the friend not be human being there. Not be human being there. Okay, they can't figure work, take their $50, $100, $500, $1,000, depending on their capacity. They give you the money, you take the money for give people them in a fight, or give people them in a job as refugees, you take the money, pay house or make land. Then tell me I want to protest. You can't tell me say, man not talk say I come against Sako. Yes, I come against Sako, against Akwanga, against Bo Herbert, against all the other for even Jomba Akuru. He never there for I was calling them. How man will you drive all these miles come for here? They will not tell me say wait till they happen.
Let's upload Jomba Akuru for making it. Please, yeah, you know, and for initiating this process. That we are gathered here.
Please, yeah.
Show me part
I'm very happy for being here today and for tell all Ambazonia, especially those for Ground Zero, say we there behind Wuna, with the support Wuna, we go manage come for these 2 hours for here for sure. It's solidarity Wuna for the boss I want to get up. When I get 6 days, I mean 7 days, I will go only come for here only for 30 minutes or 40 minutes. And I don't want to tell Ambazonia for Ground Zero say, me, I go pledge $10 for my Monday ghost town salary every Monday. I go pledge $10 for the cost. And I want to be all for diaspora too. They show solidarity by pledging only $10 every day when they go for work on Monday way, people for Ground Zero, they don't go for work.
Thank you. So we'll continue to pass this message. Please, bro, it's okay. So as we talk, right? Listen. While they arrange a more talk, we will talk, address for them very briefly, but this message got to be driven. We'll continue to organize protests, and each time we come protest, we put another, we'll continue to expose this fact. It be absolutely bad and poor. So they will Maryland, and they will not ask for the lockdown, they will not come for protest. You know, man, not tell me all that thing. We don't care about the Republic the watchers, make all those comments, we don't care about them. We think about our people, they will down there where they suffer, and they will never ever protest. How many minutes away? They will not come. So please, who sing? Who want to for sing?
We have something that is big participation. Yes, hold it like that. We are not demonstrating for ourselves. Yes. But are we allowed to be on the lawn? I think we will be allowed to be with alone. Now,
so they will not, then the flag will go because the wind blow the flag.
So we can stand back there. We can stand back on that hill and show the background if we are allowed to be on the lawn. See, yes. Yes.
When I just come back now.
So, Rajon, before we come up here, I beg, me all my way, for me give phone number. We'll create some WhatsApp group put out for protests. We'll create some WhatsApp group put out for protests. Anytime protest, don't drop up. Anyone want to that group?
Yes.
What you not think?
Yeah, no, it's correct.
Yes. So we'll create that protest group. We don't need plenty people because also say what they went on the sacrifice. Make sure all my their members should go to protest. And the only way that will save our people because when they calculate now, listen. 99% of the guys call themselves leader from America after wanting $1 that's all. If you take them, they raise money for them, they will come here. So me no man not tolerate them. Me no Bob not tolerate them.
We'll start now, okay? Right. But you know the songs then. Who at least warm up the place more than
Ambazonia.
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 Ambazonia. Ambazonia. Ambazonia. Ambazonia. Ambazonia.
Ambazonia.
Ambazonia.
Ambazonia.
Ambazonia.
Ambazonia.
Ambazonia.
Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Ambazonia rising to fall no more.
Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more.
Ambazonia rising to fall no more.
Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more.
Ambazonia rising to fall no more.
Ambazonia rising, rising, rising.
Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Ambazonia rising to fall no more.
Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more.
Today will be our last day.
Today may be your last day, you don't know. Today may be your last day, you don't know, Bobia. Today may be your last day, you don't know. Today may be your last day, you don't know. Today Today may be your last day, you don't know. Today may be your last day, you don't know really sad. Today may be your last day, you don't know. Today may be your last day, you don't know. Ekelebe. Today may be your last day, you don't know. Today may be your last day, you don't know, Bobia. Today may be your last day, you don't know. Today may be your last day, you don't know, Takati. Today may be your last day, you don't know. Today may be your last day, you don't know, Ekelebe. Today may be your last day, you don't know. Today may be your last day, you don't know, don't good day. Today may be your last day, you don't know. Today may be your last day, you don't know, really sad. Today may be your last day, you don't know. Today may be your last day, you don't know, Pobia. Today may be your last day, you don't know. Go down to Yaoundé.
For the eyes of man with a mighty head.
Let my people go. Let my people go. Go down to Yaoundé and tell Bia, let my people go. Go down to Yaoundé and tell Bia, let my people go.
Give my people all the guns.
Let my people go.
Give my people all the guns.
Let my people go. Go down to Yaoundé and tell Bia, let my people go. Go down to Yaoundé and tell Bia, let my people go.
If you don't go with all the guns.
Go down to New York and tell Guterres, let my people go. Guterres is the man who comes to mind. Let my people go. Guterres is the man who goes this country. Let my people go. Go down to the United Nations and tell Guterres, Ambazonia. Go down to UN and tell Guterres, free Ambazonia. Go down to UN and tell Guterres, free Ambazonia. Go down to Guterres and tell UN to free Ambazonia. Go down to Guterres and tell UN free Ambazonia. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, we are lions. We shall overcome someday. Someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome tomorrow. Oh, deep in our hearts, we are Amazonians. We shall overcome tomorrow. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome tomorrow. Oh, deep in our hearts, Ambazonia! Ambazonia!
Action!
Ambazonia!
Action!
Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia!
Action!
Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia!
Action!
Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia! Action! 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 Now! When do we want it?
Now!
When do we need our independence?
Now!
When do we want our people to be released from jail?
Now!
When do we want freedom in our country?
Now!
When do we want intervention?
Now!
When do we want the United Nations to take action?
Now!
When do we want Donald Trump to send his people to intervene?
Now!
When do we want the world to come into our case and change the face of it?
Now!
When do we want our leaders to be released?
Now!
When do we want Mami Apia to resurrect from her dead and avenge her death?
Now!
When do we want Bebe Mata to avenge her death?
Now!
When do we want the blood of Ambazonia to be looked at as blood of humans?
Now!
When do we want our people to stand up and show their face and seek the face of God so He can come and heal our land?
Now!
When do we want God to intervene in our quest?
Now!
This is not a struggle no more. I have changed the name. Because when you use the word struggle, it means that you are struggling for something. If you know something is yours, you don't struggle for it. Yes. So we have to stop using our word struggle. Because struggle is putting a limitation on ourselves. This is not a struggle. This is a quest to restore our independence. Our independence that was born. It was our birthright. We joined them in good faith. We joined the Republic in good faith. We joined them in good faith. We didn't join them as slaves. We didn't join them as slaves. We didn't join them as slaves. We joined them in good faith. And so we want to live in good. We want to live in good faith. Southern Cameroonians. We are not here today because we don't have families back home, because we don't have a job to go to, because we don't have other things to do. There are a lot of extracurricular activities that everybody here, you know. We have women of God here. So we first of all want to start this occasion by calling our sister, pastor, to lead us in prayer. Then we'll sing the national anthem. Then our brother, comrade, senior leader, John Bahakoro, will read a memo that will be submitted to the White House. Then we'll have a message from our strong, our able journalist and the strong activist, Mr. Eric Tato. Then we'll sing.
We'll listen to any of our...
Then we'll call, we'll open the floor for anybody who has something in their heart that is burning, in their heart, to express their desire, you know, their frustration. Then, you know, we'll sing and we'll march towards our religious destination.
So let's call the...
Let's call our sister to lead us in prayer.
I just want to say, let's talk about call the prodigal son, okay? Those who had abandoned the struggle, who thought that it is over, let them prepare to come back. Who have abandoned this liberation,
Our sister will pray on that.
let them come back.
Our sister will
I know, I'm just saying, we'll call them and say, where is the prodigal son? Tell him to come without delay.
Where is the prodigal son? Where is the prodigal son? Where is the prodigal son? Tell me to come without delay. Where is the prodigal son? Tell him to come. Come without delay. Without delay. Oh, come. I'll be calling the name.
Without delay, without delay.
Come
without delay, without delay.
Jambute. Where is the prodigal son? Tell him to. I'll be calling the names.
Come,
Come without delay.
without delay.
Antamanji.
Come without delay, without delay.
Jambute.
Come without delay, without delay.
Golengole.
Where is the prodigal son? Tell him to come.
Where is the prodigal son? Tell him to come without delay. Where is the prodigal son? Where is the prodigal son? Where is the prodigal son? Tell him to come without delay. Where is the prodigal son? Tell him to come. Come without delay, without delay. Come without delay, without delay. Come without delay, without delay. Where is the prodigal son? Tell him to come. I have a
Where is the prodigal daughter? Tell her
to come without delay. Where is the prodigal daughter? Where is the prodigal daughter? Where is the prodigal daughter? Tell her to come without delay. Where is the prodigal daughter? Tell her to come. Come without delay, without delay. Come without delay. the prodigal daughter, they have to come without delay. Please, let our numbers not fool you. There is something in the Bible where the 4 lepers were marching towards the Syrians. And the Syrians heard a loud voice. It sounded like thousands of them. And they had to run away and abandon all their things. So, its numbers sometimes do count, but guess what? Just the little that the little that we are here, our determination means a lot. Our voices, our strength, if we join them together, we can be like those 4 lepers that were marching towards the Syrians and they had to run away and abandon all their things, food and ammunition. So, Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Action. Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Action. Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Action. Action. Now. Okay. We'll call on our sister. When you call upon the Lord, He will come into your presence and will answer you. So with faith, they say faith is the substance of things that is hoped for and the evidence of things that is not seen. So with our faith, we are here today because we have faith in this struggle. Those that are not here today, we are still doubting their faith because, you know, that we trust God that, like the prodigal son, they will join on Sunday. And all the enablers, we have to pray for the enablers. We'll pray for those that are in jail. We'll pray for those that are gone ahead of us to be with the Lord. We also pray for their blood to happen today.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Let's very loud, so you may want to come closer. So, before we pray, usually I would like for us to go to the Word because we need reference. When we pray out of the Word, it's in vain. So let's go there. And this is to us Africans. We know Egypt in the Bible represents Africa.
Yeah.
So Isaiah chapter 19 from verse 19 and 20 says, "In that day there will be an altar to the Lord in the heart of Egypt, and a monument to the Lord at its borders. It will be a sign and witness to the Lord Almighty in the land of Egypt. When they cry out to the Lord because of their oppressors, He will send them a savior and a defender, and He will rescue them."
Amen.
So I know we have gone astray in so many ways. As children of God, we know that we go astray, but He wants us to come back and be reconciled to Him, and He will hear us when we cry out. So today, our number, as our brother said, doesn't really matter because we are standing here in agreement. And we know that where there is agreement, heaven accepts whatever our request is. So whatever we agree here today, we know that it will be established in heaven.
Amen.
So our agreement is for us to be freed by the oppressor. It's for the oppressor to let go. Just like the Bible tells us how the children of Israel were freed by God when Pharaoh had a strong hand on them. In the same way, God is going to do that for us.
Amen.
So, you know, we are fighting with whatever we have, but I know that God is the Almighty and He is the great warrior, the one who has gone ahead of us. So we are lifting up His name as a banner over Ambazonia. And we know that we will fight with God going ahead of us. Somebody made mention of the 4 lepers. When they were going and the enemy heard and they thought it was a camp of army coming against them. So in the same way, I want us to lift up our voices and stand in the gap of everyone representing Ambazonia. Those who are here with us, those who are still to join us, let's agree. I just want us to bow our hearts in humility in front of the Father, knowing that He is our God and He is the mighty warrior. So I just want us to bow our hearts in sincerity and cry out to God that we have suffered a lot. We have suffered enough, and today marks the end. And we are declaring that the Egyptians that we see today, we shall see them no more.
Amen.
So I just want us to open our mouths and cry out to the Father. I'm not the only one to do this prayer. I want us to pray from our hearts that from today, from this moment, we will be free in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
We are able to do it. It's not in our strength, because they will come against us with their military, they will come against us with all what they have, but we are coming against them in the name of the Lord of hosts. Amen.
Amen.
So let's join and pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, we want to thank you, oh God. Father, we acknowledge you as our God. We acknowledge you as the mighty warrior who is great in battle. Lord, we call on your name this day. We declare that you are our God, you are our Savior, you are our deliverer. You are the one who delivers the oppressed, oh God. Father, we lift up Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon into your hands. You have seen the cry of your people. You have seen the oppression of your people, oh God. And today we lift up our hands to you in total surrender. We say take over in the name of Jesus. Father God, they may come with us against us with all they have, their weapons, their military and whatever, oh Father. But with you, oh God, we know we are more than conquerors in the name of Jesus. Father, we begin to call on your name this day. Have mercy on us in any way we have sinned against you, oh God. In any way we've gone against you, oh Father. But we know that today is the day, oh Father, where your altar will be raised in Ambazonia in the name of Jesus. Lord, we raise our hands in total surrender to you. And we say, Lord, take total control over this battle. Lord, we know, oh God, that the battle is yours and the fullness thereof. Ambazonia is yours, oh God. Father, we dedicate it to you. Free our people in the name of Jesus. Father, we've cried so much. There is so much bloodshed. Oh God, we lift up that nation to you. Father, cleanse the nation in the name of Jesus. Free us from the oppressor in Jesus' name. Overturn all the works of the enemy against us in Jesus' name. Lord God, we lift up your name over the nation. Father, even as we are standing here, we know that you are of God. Lord God, your word tells us that when the earth was through, void and by the wrath of the blood of those that have gone ahead of us, by the wrath of all those that have gone ahead, by the blood, by the spirit of Ania, by the spirit of Bebemata, and all the other hosts of Ambazonia that have been killed innocent. The blood of the innocent shall avenge their own death. Father God, we have cried upon you, Father God. We are standing in front of this center of democracy, Father God. We are praying that our case will not be the same again. We are praying that our case will never be the same. Father, we thank you. Only your name shall be established in the land of
Ambazonia. Father, we say, drive out the enemy in the name of Jesus. Drive them out in the mighty name of Jesus. With your mighty hand, Father, drive them out. Push them back. Father, we declare and declare that we declare that Ambazonia to let the blood of Jesus sanctify that place. Let the blood of Jesus cry out for that nation. We pray, Father God. We pray that you provide a shield of protection around Ambazonia against the enemy. Against the enemy, Father God. Against the enemy, let them not find their way, Father God. Let them not find their way. Father God, you free Daniel from the lion's den, Father God. Free our leaders from the den of the lion in Bomeka, in Etudi, in Konengi. You free Daniel from the lion's den, Father God. Free our leaders. Free our leaders from the lion's den in Konengi. Oh, Father God, like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you free them from the fiery furnace. Father God, free our people. Free our people from the hands of the enemy, from the barbaric and demonic spirit that has been planted upon. Father God, the spell that has been instilled into some of our enablers that are in Yaoundé, Father God. May you neutralize them in the mighty name of Jesus. We come before you, Father God, because we wrestle not against blood, but against principality, against the forces of evil, against darkness. Oh, when light comes, darkness has to bow. Oh, mighty Father, oh, mighty Father, God, take control. Take control in the mighty name of Jesus. We thank you,
you are the Almighty God. You are the Almighty God.
You are the Almighty.
You are the great warrior.
You are the I am that I am.
Lord God, you
oh, you are the ancient of days.
Lord God,
oh, Father God. Oh, you are the conqueror. Oh, Father God. We have the sons of David. We take control. We call you glory and honor. Thank you.
Because we know you hear us as we pray.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, we thank you. God, He's a miracle serving God. He's the Alpha and Omega. He's a miracle serving God. He's a miracle walking God. He's a miracle walking God. He's the Alpha and Omega. He's a miracle walking God. So please let us raise our fists and sing our very prestigious anthem, the anthem of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. The right hand over left shoulder as we rise. Is there any one of our sisters that can lead us in the anthem? While we hey, hey, this land of glory, we the Ambazonians pledge our loyalty. Praise Jesus, our Savior, who granted us a freedom, allegiance to the hero, who bought the land with their blood. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Yeah, in a nation flowing with milk and honey. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you nation and Lord forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia! Oh yeah! Ambazonia! Oh yeah! Ambazonia! Freedom! Ambazonia! Freedom! Ambazonia! Freedom! Freedom! Now! When do we want it? Now! When are we going to enforce it? Now! When do we want it to happen? Now! When do we want it to be established? Now! It's already established in the heavens. Right. So, our comrade John Baakoro is going to read the memo that we, after reading, we'll hand over to the White House. Then from there, our able brother, journalist and chief activist, Eric Tato, will talk to us, will address us, and any other activist that is led by the spirit and powers and the frustration of what is happening back home. It's also, you know, we are free. It's a democratic country. Anybody who has them, you know, that's it to talk. You know, you can come out, you know, express your grievances, your concern, your frustration as to what is happening back home. So, thank everybody for coming here today. You know, numbers, you know, even though we are here, but we know the few determined, you know, are the ones that, you know, will stay to the end. It's rather than to have millions of people that will abandon you halfway than to have 10 people that are more determined and there are people that will follow you to the end of the journey. So, we'll listen to the memo from our able comrade and leader of the consortium, John Baakoro.
Well, before I read this memo, which is a general memo that was crafted by Professor Carlson Anyangwe, I want to thank him for that. And it's the same memo that's been read in Toronto, Canada. It's the same memo that's been read in other places where our people took to the streets to demonstrate today. Before I get into this memo, I really want to thank each and every one of us who has made it here, who has braved the difficult weather conditions, those who have come from far and near. I really want to congratulate you so much for taking the pains to come here. I'd like us to give ourselves a standing ovation.
Ambazonia! Oh, yeah. Ambazonia! Freedom! Ambazonia! Freedom! Ambazonia! Freedom! Freedom! Now!
Now!
So I want to thank you again for taking this challenge to come. The wise ones say that if a man must wait until you are able to do it so flawlessly that nobody will find a fault with what you have done, then nothing will ever be done. I am delighted that at very short notice, this many of us have come here. I say many because I remember when Prophet Isaiah sent his servant to go and look at the horizon after he was praying for rains to come back to Syria, to inform him to Israel whether there were clouds indicating rains. When he went several times and came with nothing, and at last he came and said he had seen clouds so small that they can feel only the palm of a baby. I remember that Elijah announced torrential rains. So when I see the number of us who are here, I am very proud. Proud because there were so many things that could have caused you not to come. The kind of obstacles that were before you are coming were more than the motivations for you to come. So I really want to congratulate all of us for making it here. And I want to say I am not intimidated by what some people will say our numbers. I am so proud of this number of us who are here. Our brothers and sisters in Toronto are doing it big. We are also very proud that they picked this idea and decided to run away with it. The message we are sending here today to our comrades, to our brothers and sisters, to our mothers, our grandparents on ground zero is that we stand with you, one, in solidarity. We know what you are going through. We know the pains you are undergoing. But most especially, we salute your resilience, because it is that resilience that will see us cross into the promised land. It is that resilience that will make the devil to understand that I have tried and tried in vain, and these people would definitely have to go. We all know how much the devil tried against Job. The devil tried as hard as he could, but Job's resilience caused the devil at the end of the day to flee. Demon Paul Biya will flee our land whether he likes it or not. I hear that sound from afar, even as I'm talking now. How Mr. Paul Biya and his people are running away from our territory in droves. It is going to happen in our lifetime. We will not pass this baton to future generations. We will do it now. I want to send this message to that 73-year-old mother on ground zero who sent $50 to encourage us to do banners for this demonstration. Against all odds, she insisted she must do it because she wanted to see us demonstrate. Grandma, we are here. You can see your children. The weather conditions are so bad. This thing was short notice, but we are here. And this is testimony of the fact that though you locked down for days, and we are here just these hours, we are locking down with you in spirit. Amen. And we shall continue this resistance until the end. I have this little message to add here. We have heard of defections. We have heard of people selling out. We have heard of some people going now to Yaoundé to embrace the same autocrat that is promoting genocide in slow motion in the southern Cameroon. Sometimes some of us get frustrated, some of us get angry, and some people want to get discouraged. But I have news for you. There are many more people in this movement who sing Ambazonia in the morning at 6 a.m. Sing Ambazonia at 9, sing at 12, at 3, at 6. They even want to eat Ambazonia. But trust me, verily, verily, I tell you, they will betray even before this year gets to midway. Yeah. But that should not discourage any one of us. That should rather prove to you that there are the signs that we are getting closer. Because the message I hear every day is that the number of people who will take us across the finish line are just so few that people will wonder whether we needed to have been a multitude from the start. So the more you get people defecting, you should celebrate. You should celebrate because God is going to take away the chaff. God is going to take away all those whose role in this movement has actually been to discourage us, to break our tempo, to break our psychology, to be among us to set confusion, to be among us to knock our heads, to be among us to cause us to turn our guns against ourselves. God is going to remove them, and He has started removing them. And as they get out of our ranks by day and by night, we will be getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and we will approach the finish line as a solid bunch. To God be the glory.
Amen.
And now this message. This is a common message, like I said, prepared by Professor Carlson Anyangwe. This demonstration is taking place against the backdrop of the continuing aggressive war of extermination of an implausible claim to the territory of Ambazonia by Cameroon Republic. Ambazonia is the indigenous name of the former United Nations Trust Territory of the British Southern Cameroon. As we gather here today, that war of aggression by expansionist Cameroon Republic continues with unabated fury. For the past 3 years, we have fought alone like only Spartans did. We will continue to fight against overwhelming odds. We will fight like one people fighting a just cause do. We face an enemy with a large professional army. We face an enemy well-resourced and supported by its allies led by France. But we remain undaunted. Ambazonia prevails.
Amen.
The enemy's methods of conducting its war of aggression and genocide defy the demands of international humanitarian law. These methods include indiscriminate murder on a wide and massive scale. Victims are invariably always babies, infants, teenagers, young people, especially male persons aged 14 and above, pregnant women, the elderly, the sick, the infirm, persons called to holy orders, and medical staff. The enemy's other methods of conducting its insane war include decapitation of persons they murder and exhibition of the heads on roadsides as a way of terrorizing the populace. Its methods of warfare also include raping women and forcibly sodomizing boys. Arson is one of its favorite weapons of war. Homes are burnt down, the occupants being burnt alive. Villages and towns are systematically burned down in whole or in part. So far, about 400 villages and counting have been razed to the ground. Education and health facilities, private homes and public structures have not been spared. The enemy shamelessly uses starvation as a method of war. Foodstuffs in farms and awaiting harvest or at home in storage facilities are destroyed. Crops growing on farms are slashed. Fruits and vegetables are sprayed with poisonous substance to cause death to anyone who eats them. The enemy seeks, through this method, to starve the entire populace to subhuman level in the hopes, or in the hopeless hope, of inducing them to surrender to a fate no better than slow deaths. Cases have been reported of poisoning of water sources, either by the dumping therein of decomposing bodies or the introduction of harmful substances. The enemy has even sought to impose a total siege and blockade war on our population, but which our gallant freedom fighters have always frustrated. As if all that is not enough, the enemy has created marauding death squads and other militias. These are under orders to commit the most horrid atrocities, including kidnapping for ransom. This is done in the erroneous belief that those terrorist acts will cause despondency and disaffection among our people. The enemy always attributes the atrocities it commits through the instrumentalization of these militias to our valiant freedom fighters. It does so in a futile effort to discredit them domestically and internationally. We have no illusions that a section of the world has thrown conscience and international law to the wind, and maintaining a gullible silence or a guilty silence by its refusal to upholding the rights of Ambazonians to self-determination and existence. But we equally entertain no doubt that there is a vibrant and conscientious section of the international community that is shocked and horrified by these atrocities visited on an innocent people acting in defense of a very just cause. It is to this section of humanity, to the conscientious world, that we are here gathered to call attention to the latest episode of genocide in Africa, this time around being perpetrated in Ambazonia by French Cameroon in a doomed territorial aggrandizement adventure. Genocide, and moreover, one perpetrated in territory that is not that of Cameroon, is not and cannot be an internal affair of Cameroon. Cameroon's war against Ambazonia is a futile war. It will solve nothing. It cannot and will not chain Ambazonia, gag and cage it in Cameroon. Ambazonia is a living reality. It is deeply embedded in the hearts and minds of every true Southern Cameroonian citizen. It is incapable of destruction by forces or by the force of arms. In all conflicts, a permanent solution can only emerge from a just, truthful, and honorable resolution. For starters, humanitarian intervention in Ambazonia is absolutely necessary. It is imperative to arrest the dire humanitarian situation in Ambazonia, a huge human disaster soon about to happen. There are over 500,000 Ambazonian refugees in various countries. There are over 1 million Ambazonian IDPs forcibly displaced from their homes and villages. These are mainly women, children, the elderly, and the infirm. They have taken refuge in forests, hills, valleys, and caves, fleeing from the Cameroon ISIS-like terrorist invaders. They are at the mercy of inclement weather, wild animals and insects. They live on wild fruits and roots and drink polluted water. They lack basic food, clothing, and sanitation. Immediate efforts must therefore be directed towards early humanitarian intervention and the international fact-finding mission. This is Ambazonia's appeal to the conscientious world. We urge you to act expeditiously in the interest of humanity.
Thank you. Thank
this
you.
is that message.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Excellent. Excellent.
We shall hand this message to the White House for President Donald Trump to look at it and to take action. Thank you very much for coming here. Thank you very much for your kind attention. And I'd like us to take one very interesting song. I know that sometimes people say, why do they really get bothered singing when we are killing them? But we remember Paul and Silas, when they were thrown in jail. What did they do? How did they get free? They sang and sang and sang until they could sing no more. And God dispatched a host of angels from the heavens who rained down thunder and brimstone, and all the chains were broken and the captives were set free. So I'd like us to get one very interesting song. I don't know who is motivated to tune that song for us, to take it and, you know.
Let's do the song at the end.
Okay, but at least an interlude of song is always important before you continue. So we relax our minds and then we can move on, and we know that we are evolving. Everybody short of memory.
We surprise everybody.
Home again.
What?
When shall I see my home? When shall I see southern Cameroon? I will never forget my home.
Again.
Home again. Home again. When shall I see my home? When shall I see southern Cameroon? I will never forget my home. Home again. Home again. When shall I see my home? When shall I see southern Cameroon? I will never forget my home. My home again. Home again. Again. Home again. When shall I see my home? Ambazonia. When shall I see southern Cameroon? I will never forget my home. And again. Home again. Home again. When shall I see my home? When shall I see southern Cameroon? I will never forget my home. Home again. Home again. When shall I see my home? When shall I see southern Cameroon? I will never forget my home. Ambazonia! Freedom! Ambazonia! Freedom! Ambazonia! Freedom! Ambazonia! Freedom! Freedom! Now! Okay. So, our comrade Eric is going to address us.
Well, I'm not supposed to be the one to talk now. We have elderly persons, but thank you for the opportunity. And I want to be sausage. And you see, John Bako has done a marvelous job reading this message, but I have a target. And like I would say that for a revolution to succeed, you must first of all make sure that you take care of internal enemies. It's very important. And this is what I'm going to be saying today. We want to reiterate, and I cannot say more than what John Bako has already read in that speech, but I'm saying that, like I'm reading a message here, purpose as I was itchy to talk. One message from one UN, and it's posted on this Facebook Live by a certain Eric Ate who lives in Minnesota. And usually I don't give a gap to people who have become so much conspirators, to the extent that somebody said that we are 8 people here. This is an Ambazonia who lives in California, and he calls himself an Ambazonia, and he says that it's Konengi IG that has gathered here. So listen, let's get this thing very clearly, and I'm going to do a show on this after this, but let me address him. Number one is that they are so cheap in conspiracy, but everyone I counted when we were 10 of us, he still reduced the number to 8. And we are here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're here like close to 50 now. Because people have understood that they are committed. And Jesus Christ took 8 apostles to free mankind. Today we are here because Jesus Christ died for us. We came under the reins, and we are here not in the name of those who are in jail, but you prefer to call us by the name of our leaders who are in a predicament. So that's all you can write. There's a certain, they call him brother is Nelson. He said last time we could not mention his name. I don't want to mention your name because I don't want to make you popular on my platform. This is the most popular platform. We are here and we are still saying that we cannot be in America. People are locked down. They don't go to work. They don't go to work. They don't do nothing. And we have people who stay abroad, and all what they do is they come to the show, they watch the show, they analyze it, they go write long messages. We're not going to take it from them. If we were here and we said that we're going to raise money, like we did here last time, that we took money in the basket, we went to the hall, there were drinks, everybody was there, music, that's when they will come. That's when they will come to take the money on behalf of the people and go eat the money. So, brothers and sisters, I don't want nobody. If you are here, that you follow me on Facebook before you hate them because I talked against a leader, I don't give a damn. Because I'm not here for any leader. I'm here for the poor of Ambazonia. And you must know one thing, that the reason why we joined this fight in the first place is to liberate ourselves from mental slavery, corruption, embezzlement, and all what some leaders are doing in this revolution. Somebody writes saying that, oh, who would Trump listen to? To an erratic, arrogant person? Trump is more arrogant than me. That's why America is in shape. If you don't know, Trump refused to greet Nancy Pelosi during the State of the Union address. Pelosi too told the speech. Nobody pretends. I'm not an ambassador who pretends. If I don't like you, I tell you to your face, and you're not going to do me nothing. I am the Trump-like guy, and I can also be the Bishop-like guy. So I am all weather. So you don't sit in California. You think that you come and watch my live show and you go talk nonsense about me? I don't give a damn. You one pro guy and people come here to protest and you think that all what you do is to come on Facebook and begin to write comments. You sit and call people, 8 people call them Konengi ID. Yes, Konengi is better than you. Chris's Anu sister is there in Konengi as well. Nobody has defined her according to her predicament. They cannot lock our people in jail. You begin to give them names. Sisi Kwayo Kamer, Partasan, Barrister Shufa, all of them here, they are better than all these riffraffs who are in America, have no job, and people work their money, give them the money, they take the money and eat. I think you can use their predicament to describe them. You are going to kill me, Erica, to first before you get to any prisoner. Manchu BBC was not taken in a crowd and went to, they didn't go with him in Konengi as 200 people. He went there alone, or 3 or 4 of them. Siseko and the rest, they went 10 of them. So you don't sit in California until one Eric Ate, who is supposed to be an elderly person, you sit in your house, you copy a fake write-up with no particular paragraphing, no good English, and you come and post it on a live show that we are talking issues. You people got to stop this rubbish. I know you have eaten so much money on the blood of the people and you think we should continue. We will protest even for our 5 of us. And our voices have been heard, whether or not you like it. Amen. They have been heard. That is why you could reply, because you heard me. You heard us. That is why you could write that. Didn't you hear me? Is it because we are 8? No, we are not 8, my brother. We are thousands. Listen. Let me show you something, brothers. 1 minute. 1 minute. No, 1 minute. I'm done. Give me a minute.
Thank you. Kick out the French! Kick out the French now!
Kick them out! We're going to kick the French! No colonialism!
Cameroon! Ambazonia is not a colony!
Stop genocide! Stop genocide!
Always! Against the Holocaust!
So Armstrong, I was just going to show something. Listen, Mami and Paddy, 1 minute. See, I want them to look here. This is 98,000 people. 98,000. It's live on Facebook. No boost, natural, and 98,000 people have been on this show. This week. 98,000. So yes, so you have seen us. 98,000 people reach already. So we don't bother about you. Don't think that we're here. Sako does not represent nobody here. He does not. So when they were talking about people here, they didn't call just Sako's name. They call Akwanga, they call Bo Herbert, they call, who else did we call? All the leaders, Elvis Kometa. Why are you particular about Sako? Sako ate our money. So we came here to protest because he's not even from here.
Because we are doing something.
Go ahead, please.
Please, let me talk. I'm Brother of the Lord Jesus Christ. People have been hiding things from you people. We are not afraid to say we are suing Sako and the rest in America. Listen very well. Don't think that we are playing. The facts are not that we are lying. It is true. They are from Federation. Salih Boumian Mafochi spoke to Honorable Tibon Nagi that those 3 names we gave to Chris Anu, they are working with them and they are all from Sako IG for Federation with the Republic. Called me anywhere. People are afraid. Called me. This information they were leaked to us from people of the Americans or they leaked from the Congress. Called me anywhere.
It's okay, bro.
So now let's talk about total independence to our people. Total independence.
So anybody wants to say one last thing? Anybody here say something?
And Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia.
1 minute, bro. Yes. Some people say 1 minute. Some people say it's not a show. It's a protest. Listen, it's everything. It's everything. It's a protest and it's a talk against those people who stole our money and they send surrogates to watch our show and go talk nonsense. Anybody can take it from you. This is National Telegraph. I own this platform and I say whatever I deem it feed here. Alright? So we'll not take it from nobody. Thank you so much. Any other person? Maybe we'll close up.
Total independence.
Okay, so please, yes, so please, we are going to create a WhatsApp group for protest. Anybody who is watching us, who is interested, who wants to be joining us during protest, please, you are going to give your number. So we are going to create this group and make sure that Mr. Alem is calling, maybe he's here. So please, you're going to send your name to us. We'll put it out there for anybody who wants to join. So when we have a protest, we're just going to put it there, and then we can have 100 or 200 people come to the protest. Do we have anything? Do we have anything we want to say?
Total independence. We want to thank the people who are on ground zero.
Thank you.
On ground zero.
Go ahead.
Where they continuously represent we will there outside, especially we will when they carry gun. When I carry gun for self-defense. I want to take this moment, thank Una, then tell Una Simon no fear, self-defense are right. The same gun the way that the British take up for subjugate Una to keep Una AK-47, Una to use her for defend Una lives. Una get that right.
Okay.
Oh, Una get that right.
No fish out.
Total independence, Southern Cameroon. Ambazonia.
Okay, so thank you very much. Want to thank those who watched. Want to thank everybody who came. I think we have done our part, and we want to send the message that as much as beer is our enemy, those who took money meant to fight the war and hate in America are bigger enemies. Those who didn't come for the protests and they are asking our brothers and sisters to lock down their bigger enemies. I am not going to stay out of this message. So you're not going to tell us how we're going to do it. It should be clear, because La Republic is happy that we are romancing with people who are trying to destroy the revolution. When you are hurt, they begin to say comment the revolution because they know the revolution is going back on track. So we'll not take it from anybody. Go and write. You're watching us. You have reached us. We have reached 100,000 people on this show. So no matter what you do, the revolution is back on track. And we are sending a message. I am more arrogant than Trump, more erratic than Trump, and that is why you have a hate to come and listen and go write all the nonsense you're writing. Thank you so much. We keep the revolution short and simple, and we pray for our freedom to come as fast as possible. Long live our leaders in jail. Long live our refugees. Long live. You want to say something? Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Patrick. Oh, Mr. Patrick, thank you. So, what, sister, except you have something to say. Come on. Anything? Come on, you can say something if you want to. Okay, thank you so much. So I think we're going to leave it at this while we'll see John Bako to hand the memo. Yeah, sure. Want to thank, as I was saying about our leaders, these are the people who have paid the ultimate price. That is why I've said that if you want to touch Ayok Kamer, you want to touch by Fcfa or Professor Awasu, you want to touch any of these people on this flyer, all those who are in jail, you have to deal with me first. You have to deal with me first. You can call them Konengi IG. They are better than Jimmy Maryland IG. And that is how it's going to be. So no matter what we do, Ambazonians, keep yourself focused. We will not tolerate anybody who has stolen money in this revolution. Because without money, we will not fight this war. Without money, we will not fight this war. I was just talking with people from Balinyonga. They said their event is tomorrow. I've raised some money for them, $1,600 or something or thereabout. I'll put it together and give it to them. Imagine that if I take money meant for Bali and I eat the money when I'm in Maryland, am I not supposed to work money to instead give the poor in Bali? And you come here, you watch a show, you run and go and say 8 people were at the protest. Yes, 8 brave Ambazonians.
It's because of the rain. It's because of the rain.
No, not even the rain.
8 real Ambazonians.
So we thank those who came here. We're not even 8. We're 7.5. We're 7.5. Thank you. So please, thank you so much. God bless you.
They're running out.